afternoon, everyone. My name is Miss James. I am a virtual teacher at Caryville Elementary School.
And I'm Bethany Hendrickson, Miss Hendrickson. I'm the K-2 virtual teacher at Caryville Elementary School.
And we will be taking over the virtual students at Wynn, White Oak, and Elk Valley.
So, we wanted to discuss a few things with you guys so that parents had some clarity on what this transition was going to look like. So we are making this video. We also have some other videos uploaded that we shared with our Caryville parents at the beginning of the virtual program, and it is on our Caryville Elementary Virtual Learning Program YouTube page. Now we have videos about logging on the teams, navigating around Edgenuity, and virtual learning program login information, showing you how to log into everything and how to navigate everything, because we've had some parents question about their logins with Teams and emails and in Clever. So we just want you to go ahead and watch those videos on our YouTube site so that you can have some understanding and then testing.
Yes. And Ms. Hendrickson put this on the Facebook Distant Learning page so that you could access it that way. One huge question that we've been getting emails about is testing, the benchmark test that all schools just finished last week. When that rolls around for the winter testing, you will test at your home school. You will not have to come to Caryville. Your student hasn't become a Caryville Elementary student. You will still test at their home school. So that has been a huge worry. We understand that you don't want to travel to this side. You will still test at the school that they are currently enrolled.
Okay, the next thing that we wanted to talk about was the grading, how Miss James and I will take grades every week. There has been some differences throughout the county on grading, but since the students will be transferring to us, we wanted you to be clear on how we take our grades. So every Monday morning, we will log in and we will run a report that will run from the Monday before all the way to Sunday. And this report will give us their average score for all activities, quizzes, everything that they work on in Pathblazer and courseware. This average grade per subject will be recorded in Aspen, and this is the grade that you will see on your students' report cards. We will send you a video also linked in this email where we show you the teacher side of the grading so that you can kind of get a better understanding of how we take those grades.
And on the same idea, attendance, we are required to take attendance daily, and we are required to enter attendance. 4 hours is the required time, but we are looking at, as long as they have over 3.5 hours to 4 hours, we are counting them as a full day. However, if they get less than 3.5 hours, when we enter into Aspen, which is the county system where we take attendance and grades, we will enter that as a half day or early dismissal. And we document that John logged 1 hour and 27 minutes in. So we are taking notes, but those can add up because the attendance policy is the same for in-school and virtual. They get only so many handwritten notes or doctor's excuses. And if you have a doctor's excuse, please send us a picture or a copy. We still have to document that. We still have to turn it into our front office. So attendance is still a big deal, even though we're at home doing everything virtually. We are still required to take it. We check it daily. And if you have to make up time on the weekend, we don't want kids to work on the weekends, but if they do, we have to know so that we can actually look and make sure we're entering the time that they made up. For example, if they missed Tuesday all day, they worked on Saturday, we would need to know where to enter that information.
The next thing that we wanted to discuss was Teams meetings. So that's one reason why learning how to log into Teams is very important. Teams meeting is a requirement as per the Campbell County Distance Learning Guidelines that all parents agree to. So weekly we will have a Teams meeting. This will only be a 30-minute meeting. In these meetings, we plan to start teaching some mini lessons using the standards that we have noticed students are struggling with while they're working in their online programs. The attendance is mandatory for these meetings. We will be giving participation grades for students who log in and join the meetings. Their time in the meetings also count towards their daily time. So if they are in a meeting for 3 hours, or for 30 minutes, they only would need to log 3 to 3.5 hours on that day instead of the full 4 hours.
We wanted to also share some free resources. Our Careable parents had asked for some things to help supplement some of the challenging things that their students were facing on Edgenuity. So our school, we want to share our school login for Brain Pop. It's a free website, and we will share the login. It's when you log in, it's just Careable for the username, and the password is Cardinals, all lowercase. But this has tons of free resources, and you can see all the subjects: science, social studies, math. It's just something to supplement when they get stuck. Let's say they need help with adding. If you just type in, adding 2-digit numbers, there will be a video, there will be games, there'll be extra things to help. The only thing is we cannot track this. So if your child does this, it's extra. They still are required to do 3.5 to 4 hours in Edgenuity or courseware. But this is just some extra help if they are struggling. You can see there's videos. There's actual activities they can do. If you did have a printer, I know a lot of us do not have a printer, but you could print off some extra things. There's some games for them to play. It is just an extra resource in a different way to see things. Some things we've heard that some of the videos on Edgenuity go a little too fast or they're a little too hard. Brain Pop, it's a great resource. I've used it in the classroom. A lot of teachers use it. Again, it's just a resource to kind of help them.
And the last thing that we wanted to clarify, right now, we do not have access to your students on Aspen or in Clever, Pathblazer, Edgenuity. We are hoping to have that taken care of Monday. It should be taken care of Monday, actually, and that is when we will start recording their attendance and their grades. That is also when we can start helping with resetting quizzes and activities, adding levels. So please be patient with us right now, but still reach out to us if you have an issue. I know I've already worked with a couple parents this morning, helping them with resetting and stuff on their end, but on the teacher's end, we do not have access until Monday at the earliest. But like I said, email Miss James if you have a question for her. She's your virtual teacher. Her email is amanda.james@ccpstn.net, or myself if I'm your child's virtual teacher, Bethany.Hendrickson@ccpstn.net.